So picture this. You've got a groundbreaking idea, you're hustling to build it, but you're wondering how to take it to the next level. This is the point of your startup where you should be looking at something called startup accelerators. And in this case, the most prestigious startup accelerators of all time, the Y Combinator. But what is Y Combinator? Why am I applying to it? And why you should too? Let's break it down. For those who don't know what Y Combinator is, Y Combinator or YC is essentially the Harvard of startup accelerators. It's where companies like Airbnb, Dropbox, Stripe got their start. YC offers funding, mentorship, and a network of experts and founders who have been to the Y Combinator's programs and now are ready to help you out. In exchange to this, they take a small equity of your company, which is like around 7% of the equity. It is a 3 months program where startups are pushed to refine their ideas, grow fast, and present their progress to top tier investors on the final day of the program. That is the demo day. But YC is not just about funding, it's about transforming your startup and you as a startup founder into something truly. Now, let me introduce you to my startup. I'm creating Devlogs, which is Strava for coders. Just like athletes use Strava to track and analyze their athletic sessions, Devlogs is a VS Code extension that tracks and analyzes your coding sessions and gives you an insight for the same. You can start your sessions with just a button click, and Devlogs will track everything for you, send it to a database. From there, it can create insights of your coding sessions and present to you on a web dashboard, which you can access from any device and get an insights of your last 30 coding sessions. It also allows you to share your progress with other developers of the community. It's like imagining a space where coders cheer each other's on, share tips, and celebrate milestones. Sounds cool, right? If it does sound cool to you, the link to the extension is in the description. You can pre-register for it. But here's the thing. Building Devlogs is one thing. Scaling it to become a global community is another thing. That's where YC comes in. YC's mentorship and network could help me answer some key questions like how do I grow my user base? How do I make the platform indispensable to developers? And most importantly, how do I generate revenue out of this? Now let's talk about why YC is worth it. Firstly, they straight up send you an amount of $500,000 in funding if you get selected. You can close the video right now because it is a pretty good amount for an early stage startup. But beyond the money, it gives you access to world-class network of founders, investors, and advisors. YC's alumni network is one of the most powerful resources out there. Need advice on scaling? Somebody has already done that. Need advice on community building? Someone has already done that. Want to get introduced to new investors? YC open all of the doors for you. And then there's the focus part. YC's 3 months intense program forces you to prioritize what matters the most to you in your business. And that's what exactly helps you to improve your product. Now, why you should apply for YC? YC isn't just for tech geniuses or the next Mark Zuckerberg. They are looking for ambitious founders who are solving a real problem out there. And even if you are just starting out, even if you don't have any revenue, or even if you don't have a single customer, you can still apply and get selected to YC. And in fact, applying to YC is considered to be a great exercise. It forces you to clarify your vision, refine your pitch, and think deeply about your business because the YC's application portal has so many questions that you need to answer about your business. And if you get selected on the application round, then you get an interview meeting with the YC people. And they also ask you similar questions about your business, about you as a founder. That it gives you a clarity about who you are as a startup founder and what do you want out of your startup and basically how you can improve it. And even if you are rejected from the interview round, every startup get a personalized email on why your startup is not being selected and what key areas you need to work on. On top of that, YC also encourages you to reapply to the application and look at your progress through different applications to see, okay, if you're actually making some progress or not. And if you don't get it in the first try, you can always reapply. Many founders get into YC in their second or third or even fourth tries. Also, the YC application focuses on you as a founder too. So it has a section of what all other ideas you have apart from the current business idea you're pitching. And the section says that many of the founders are selected based on these ideas, not the one they are pitching, because some ideas out of those are really good and the investors like those ideas. So that's that. And even if you still have confusions on should you apply to YC or not, I'm applying to YC and that should be a good validator for you to apply. And also I'll be keeping you posted about my YC application throughout my videos, so you can get a real feel of how it actually works. So this is why I'm applying to Y Combinator. It's not just about the funding. I mean, money is pretty good. It's more about the mentorship part, the community aspect, and the opportunities to take my startup to the next level. If you have got any ideas you believe in and you have doubts about YC, you can check out the FAQs of YC and I would strongly consider applying. Who knows, your idea could be the next big thing. So that was it for today's video. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.